Khalid Ibn AlWaleed. From the nobility of a tribe in a desert land, from the rugged locale of the Arabian sands, from the perpetual warfare of rival clans, came a warrior with might and bravery that stands. From the inland deserts to where the ocean meets land, a military genius to whom no mortal could stand, no general could outwit and no army could withstand, whose mind could do more damage than the weapons in his hand, yet whose sword cut through armies while he exercised command. Abu Sulaiman Khalid Ibn AlWaleed, radiallahu anhu, sword of Allah unsheathed. He came from a family of wealth and power. A tall, powerful figure with a muscular stature. This intellectual giant came from a clan whose leaders averted their tribe from Islam. For rejecting the clear truth, his father was the man who evilly incurred the wrath of Allah in the Quran. But as the Prophet ﷺ desired, Khalid would change and be a hero admired. But this change was not one to happen overnight. Khalid's heart was not one to submit without a fight. When oppression in the city of Mecca escalated, the Prophet issued orders and the Muslims migrated. Though they left to Medina to freely worship the Lord, the Muslims and Quraysh would soon break out in war. 13 years of oppression and hassle would lead to a full-fledged series of battles. The Battle of Badr, the Muslims cleaned house, hunting down the Qurayshis like cat and mouse. With his people defeated, Khalid stepped forth, desiring to level that Muslim city to the north. The Battle of Uhud then familiarly began, with the Muslims victorious as Meccan troops ran. Defeat seemed imminent for Abu Sufyan once more, but he blasted 2 eyes through which Khalid saw. He saw the Muslim archers on the mountain coming down. A weak spot, so he cavalry around. They trapped the Muslims and attacked from behind. What a brilliant strategy for Khalid's powerful mind. This move soon led to the Muslims' defeat. They would chase Mount Uhud in the blazing heat. Never has a man done this to the messenger. He was not defeated before that day or after. And as Khalid Ibn AlWaleed quickly rose high, but still a kafir, he wanted the Prophet to die. Until many around him began entering the deen. Mecca kept losing as the Muslims gained esteem. Khalid was wise enough to now sit and reflect. Why be so stubborn and continue to reject? He left from Medina to embrace Islam and was welcomed by the Prophet to the camp of Iman. This marked the beginning of a whole new era. Military history would soon change forever. The Battle of Mu'tah was the first stand, an attack on the Romans in a distant land. 200,000 Romans trained and prepared versus 3,000 Muslims, none of whom felt scared. In the heat of the battle, the Muslim generals fell. That one by one, the Muslim army was expelled. Until by consensus, a new leader was chosen. Khalid was elected and the Muslims spoke. Khalid played with psychology of enemy ranks. He tricked them by swapping the left and right flank. He shuffled his men to make them look like two groups of fresh reinforcements of brave Muslim troops. He epitomized bravery and kept the Romans at bay, not so it broke in his hands on that day. But the Battle of Yarmouk was the cream of the crop. It would elevate Khalid forever to the top. The Romans shook when they heard he was there. They prepared for the battle with meticulous care. They situated on a cliff where their backs. They situated on a hill to a cliff where their backs to keep their men from running face with attack. Their troops were even chained together to prevent anyone from running faced with their end. Like Mu'tah before, the Roman army was huge, but victories from Allah. Khalid was unamused. At the start of the battle, the Romans showed their might with a brutal offensive to initiate the fight. They attacked with force and kept up the trend. 5 full days on the offensive end. But these Roman troops lacked the same motivation as the Muslims who knew the purpose of their creation. They began losing strength as the fighting prolonged. The battle cried slowly, but they couldn't go on. Khalid saw this in their eyes with his instinct so wise. He knew one last push would bring about their demise. He took the best of his men and launched an offensive. He isolated their cavalry, rendering them ineffective. The Muslims surrounded them from every side, except from their backs where the cliff was behind. They panicked, for they had nowhere to run. Almost over, save for the last stage of fun. Push! And they fell as Khalid issued the word. And push! Was the last word that they heard. Prisoners were taken as other Romans fled, and more than 100,000 were dead. Moral of the battle, swing your sword and thrust. Victory from Allah, so in Him place your trust. Undefeated and supreme over 100 battles later, he lay on his deathbed returning to the Creator. Completely appalling to Khalid Ibn AlWaleed was how the greatest of warriors wouldn't die a shaheed. There's no handstand on my body without a wound from war. Fighting with my life in the cause of Allah until he came to know the true meaning of his name, the title we bring about glory and fame. From the moment he was deemed the sword of Allah, it meant he could never be defeated in war. For Khalid was to die in battle, it would mean Allah created no invisible military machine. So no mortal was ever given the honor to break the greatest sword ever drawn in the Almighty's sake. With the angel of death near, he shot one last arrow up to the unmissable target, his all-hearing Rabb. History recorded his last dua so deep, may the eyes of the cowards never taste sleep.